Well, good morning guys. As you can see, it's a very foggy Saturday morning. It's 5:30 and just heading down to Bucklands Beach to launch the ski. The plan today is to probably not go to the Noisies today. We might go to Gannet Rock today to see how things go, but just maybe do some shallow water stuff on the northern structures of Waiheke Island. So been some pretty good sized fish there over the last period, so we're going to give that a go. I'll just turn you around now. Hi. Yeah, so the fog it's going to lift eventually, so the plan now is just to get some fuel into the can you see me? Yes you can. Fuel into the ski, get the ski launched and get a park close to the launch area, because it's Saturday morning and I'm expecting it to be very busy because it's going to be 20 degrees today, sunny, which is why this fog will burn off pretty quick, we hope. And that means, a lot of people will be out, so that's why I'm early. Okay, so I'll see you down there. Beautiful scenery this morning, looking out towards Rangitoto there, the fog just hanging in. Well, we just stopped. There's a lot of carboy bouncing around us, but that wasn't the reason for stopping. The reason for stopping was just to get this beautiful sunrise. I'm just going to move the ski around so we can get it. And there's Craig. And there it is. Absolutely beautiful. It's a really lovely day. It's going to be about 20 degrees today. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning, Craig.
We are good. And yeah, absolutely beautiful. So you can look back towards Auckland here. You can see the fog is still very, very thick in Auckland, but luckily out here it's absolutely cleared up, which is good. So we're going to head out to the old Noisies, which is about there. And where are we heading to?
The Ahas.
Ahas, okay. We're going to the Ahas. We're going to give that a go, and then we may end up. We may end up down near Gannet Rock, the bottom end of Waiheke there. But anyway, there it is. Beautiful day. So the high tide has just passed. The tide should be going out, or starting to go out. We've got a lot of sign here. We're just out by Takapū Rock again, and I've just put on a Galt New Penny Crazy Legs, which has been working pretty well lately. And yep, so Craig's on the same lure, and first drop into a fish. So I'll do the same. And unfortunately the sign's moved away now, it might need to run back. Explain what I'm doing here. I'm looking for sign on the bottom of better sized fish. We've been catching a lot of little fish, and lot of bait fish around, as you can see. So I'm just commenting on the bait fish and the sound of there. But usually in the morning at sunup around the noises you can get onto some pretty decent sized fish. But they were eluding us this very morning, and we were catching fish, but they were very small. So that's what I'm doing now, I'm just looking around to see if I can find some better hold inside. Right, so just dropping on the schoolfish here. It's going okay, we're getting a few in the bin, but I was going to go a bit closer and over here and just try some shallow water stuff. So I've got a 1/2 ounce jig head now, and got a 1/2 ounce jig head with a crazy leg on again. Just going to have a few casts over there, see how we get on. Well, it's been a pretty slow morning. Got a few in the bin. Craig's got a couple, one decent size. This fish is slightly better. So this is just on a new penny, and it feels like it'll be a keeper. So we're probably, what's it? Yeah, we've had a tide's starting to run pretty well now, so that's why the fishing should pick up from now, because it is a new moon. But either way, it is an absolutely stunning day out here. Still quite chilly. The sun really hasn't broken through the clouds, so it's probably still about 12 degrees or so. Just good eating fish out here, and if you get out here early enough in the morning and have a good cast over where I was before, you can pick up some pretty big fish there. But that one's a good eater. Happy with that. So we'll get him in the ice. G'day guys, I thought I'd just show you a little bit of where we're fishing and just how close it is to Auckland, etc. If you're from overseas, you might find this interesting if you do visit Auckland. So the fishing was a bit slow this day. We were catching fish, they just weren't very big. So typically this area where we're fishing does hold pretty good sized snapper, and you can sort of land some pretty decent sized ones if you get out there early in the morning, but it just wasn't going to be on this particular day. So the good thing about this area is it's quite shallow. If you do get onto a bigger fish, you can release it quite safely and let it live another day. But anyway, so where we are is this area here. It's called Takapū Rock. So where you can see in the footage, we're just drifting along this area here, and we're drifting, oops, there, there, and there. Now if I go onto the sonar chart, you'll see why it's, well, why I love it and why it's so popular out here is to do all the different contour lines. So when I'm looking for sign, I'm just going over different depths and just cruising around, going over the drop-offs and that, just looking to, you know, where the fish are hanging out on that particular day. So these islands are called the noises. A lot of people call them the noisies. So I'm not sure why, but that's just the way it is. So that's these two main islands here. I'll go back to the other view. So that's this one, Otata Island, Motuhorapapa Island. Absolutely stunning, beautiful around here. So these islands are owned by a family. It's been owned, I think, since the early 1930s by the family, and they go there once a year for their holidays. There's a little hut on Otata Island that the family use. There's no power, yeah, it's just a really special place. So you can see these are A lot of people put their fishing spots on here, but I've been fishing this area for sort of 17 years, and it's just a fantastic spot. Now I'll just show you where we left from there. We left there and we went down to the back of this other beautiful island called Waiheke, and anywhere along the shoreline here is good fishing. So we were just, I think we were around about here in the next clip that you're going to see. Sorry, zoom in a bit. There we go. We're fishing about here. There we go. So that's it. Now in relative terms to Auckland, so let's go back. So that's the noises. The noises are there, and Auckland City is over here. So that's where the actual city itself is, in this area here. Where is the city? Hang on, let me zoom in. Pretty sure Ponsonby, yeah, it's down here. That's the city where I'm clicking, right there. So where we launched the ski is over here. It's called Bucklands Beach, and it's around about here, I think it is, roughly about there. So when we took off, the fog was absolutely thick, just like pea soup through here, through there, through there, through there, very, very thick. And as we got up to this area here, it just started to clear a little bit. So where we stopped to see the sunrise was probably around about here. There it is. Yeah, and then we just keep going out. So you come here past Motutapu Island, which is this one here, which is another beautiful spot here. And we keep going out to past Rakino Island, and keep going, we come out to the noises there. So just another point of interest, if you're not from Auckland, or if you do come to Auckland, this Rangitoto Island here, the whole thing is the lava left over from a huge eruption, I think it's 800 years ago. So Motutapu Island was always here. This island formed 800 years ago, and you can walk to the top and look back at the city. It's absolutely stunning view. So I'll take you back to the video now. So we just moved away from the noisies, or the noises. It was just producing a lot of small fish. We all got you know, sort of a few in the bin for eating, and we've moved over here now. This is the back of Waiheke Island here. It's in about 17 metres. Back on the 1 ounce jig heads again, and yeah, this is not a monster, but it'll be eating fish at least. So but it's still really nice out here. The nor'easterly winds are meant to be coming up and raining tomorrow, but that was on the Z-Man New Penny Jerk Shad 5-inch. So we'll put him into our slurry and have another go. There he is there. Just a good penny sort of snapper. It's slack water, and this is the time when you can sort of sneak in and start bludging cups of tea off people on boats that you know. And this is Malcolm with his beautiful custom boat. There's Craig over there, and they just happened to be further down from where we were. But Malcolm's going to share us a cup of tea. Well, it's what is it, Craig? Low tide or high tide?
Dead low tide.
Dead low tide. So we've got 5 each going home with, so that's good enough, and it's about midday or something like that. So go home, do a bit of gardening, and call it quits for the day. So that's it. No, don't. It's turned into a real summer's day out here. It's absolutely beautiful. It's slack water now, and it's Waiheke behind me now. So I've got 5 fish, and it's around about, I think it's around about midday or 1 o'clock. So I'm going to head home now, just do a few chores, and got that's enough fish for me and my bride to eat. So hey, thanks for watching. If you want to check out the gear I'm using, just look underneath the video in the description. There are all the links to it, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a week's time. Bye.